Good afternoon, guys. It is Jonathan with One Big Impact. Mary Heberling in the group Healthy Living for Healthy Life asked, how do you deal with like cravings and stuff like that with like a sweet tooth while you're transitioning onto like Atkins and stuff? Okay, so the bee's knees. The easiest way to be able to explain this is you got to make it through the first week, okay? The first week is absolutely crucial. Your body is definitely switching from a carbohydrate burner to a fat burning machine. Now, there are some other, usually about 3 days in, people will be perfectly fine. There are some other very, 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 very important things that you have to remember. Actually, I have a migraine right now, so bear with me. The next thing that's extremely important, and maybe even so more important in the long run, is sleep. You got to make sure you're getting sleep. Now remember, just because you say, some of you might say, well, I'm not getting sleep, screw it, I'm gonna eat like crap. Well, that's a cop-out. Like, you're not really trying at that point. You could do lots of things. You could do things like go to bed earlier. You could try to get on a schedule. You could leave your phone in the kitchen instead of, surfing around on it all night. Turn off your TV. Don't watch TV in bed. You can get rid of all the noise inside your room and try to make it a little bit more quiet. Maybe put on some type of white noise. It could be like very low music or something like that. Something like that. But you could also see a doctor if you're not sleeping well. And you could wind down a few hours early. What happens a lot of the times is being tired triggers spikes or dips, usually dips in your energy level, and you're going to usually reach for those foods that bring you up. So really try to get your sleep regulated. The next thing, and I would venture to say probably the most important thing, that as Americans we tend to stay highly caffeinated. I'm guilty of that. I start my day out with 2 or 3 cups of coffee right off the bat into the day, and maybe grab an energy drink or something throughout the day, or some people go for like a Diet Coke or Coke Zero or something like that. A lot of that, I did not know there was a Pizza Hut right there. Where the hell did that place come from? Where have I been? That's crazy. I did not ever see that building. That's weird. Don't go there. Anyway, caffeine is going to spike your blood sugar, and it's going to give you increases and decreases in your mood, which is going to put you very, very, very vulnerable to those situations where you're craving foods. You mix a bunch of caffeine with a lack of sleep, and you are a recipe for disaster. You are absolutely not going to have a fighting chance. So it's very important that you limit your caffeine. And honestly, like, I'm not going to say I've tried to get rid of my caffeine completely. I'm definitely going to say that that's probably difficult for many people, including myself. And probably not 100% necessary. But if you find, and some people are going to be more sensitive to caffeine and how it affects you in the long term as far as triggering cravings and stuff like that. I will be completely honest with you. I know the number one thing for me is not caffeine, it is sleep. When I get tired, like even remotely tired, I get tired a lot. Like being bipolar, I find myself, I have to deposit something, I'm sorry. I find myself really pushing my limits as far as energy is concerned, all the way to like where I'm about to pass out. And by the time I get to that point, I am freaking ravenously hungry. One of the single most important things in this situation is having food with you. Having the food that you need to have with you so that you can eat it. A lot of the times, just getting something inside your body and your mouth and kind of chewing on something really helps a lot. So having your food with you is absolutely 100% crucial. Return the card, come on, I gotta go. Having something like chicken broth or a bottle of water as an absolute like last ditch effort is great. Now, I will say there's even another step that you can go, and you can take this one step further and you could say, you know, Jonathan, when I am craving something, I am absolutely like falling apart. Okay, so there are a couple things that you can do, all right? This one I have used myself. You can get like an Atkins shake and incorporate it into your meal plan somehow, and or even on occasion, because I think they're only like 130 or 150 calories or something like that. Lightly freeze them. I don't know what lightly freezing is in your freezer, so it's like a slushy, almost like an ice cream mix. Cut off the top, don't cut yourself. Cut off the top and eat it like ice cream, and it really helps curb that appetite or curb that sweet tooth. So that could be like a very, very last resort type thing. I would not go for like Atkins bars or treats or anything like that. You know, sugar-free Russell Stovers or anything, because those calories add up really, really fast. So I would just keep it to the shake, or you could do something like a sugar-free Jello. Just try to buy these as individuals, or keep them, you know, to where they're not going to be around you all the time and stuff like that. But meal prep, get sleep, limit your caffeine. Aside from this, I would say you got to realize food can really be like kind of like a drug addiction for a lot of people. So I think it's really important that you take a positive mental approach with this. If you find yourself craving foods and stuff like that, do yourself a favor, a huge favor, and find something like a hobby. It could be something simple. It could be hiking, it could be drawing, it could be making videos, it could be editing videos, it could be all kinds of things. It really doesn't matter what it is, just that it's something besides what you were doing. Meaning, like, you're not just sitting there compulsively thinking about eating poorly or eating, you know, chocolate or whatever it is. So the very last thing that I would like to say is, if you are like a Betty Crocker no, I wanted to say, you know what I wanted to say. If you're like a Betty Crocker person and you're really good at, like, you know, meal planning and stuff like that, or maybe you want to be more adventurous with your meal plan, feel free to incorporate something sweet into your daily thing. Meaning, like, they have all kinds of like Atkins things, like Atkins cheesecake, or fat bombs, or all kinds of stuff. And you can make that part of your daily meal plan and know that maybe before you go to bed, that's going to be something that helps you. Atkins bars are great too because, well, you don't have to freaking make them. And for those of us that aren't Betty Crocker, I will say, if you're making portions of things, make sure you got enough self-control not to be messing with it on a regular basis. I hope that information helped you. Mary, thank you so much for the question. Be stronger than your excuses. Remember to spread love, not hate. Drink your damn water. I'm actually going to pick up my Atkins meal plan. Not my meal plan, my food for my meal plan, so I can be on Atkins. Have a beautiful day. Try to get rid of this damn headache. Thank you so much for all the support. Bye.